early.
Yo,
We are live.
early.
What it do, everybody, man?
What up? What's up, man?
Another Friday. You know what I'm saying? We are in the building. Got my guy Brooke Facil right next to me.
Yes, sir.
Got it's Baspy in here doing the tunes, setting the vibe right. You know what I'm saying? Fucking another Friday. It's March the 5th. It's been an interesting week, man. How was y'all week, first of all?
It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Had a lot of edits. I'm glad we got to have that talk with Alexander Mazzei.
Yeah.
Went further down, some NFT rabbit holes and shit.
Big fact.
Getting ready to shoot some skits for this show.
Big facts.
Oh, yeah, a lot of things in the works. Shout out to Adam fucking Beza. Hold up.
Oh yeah.
I would have pulled it out.
I think we were talking about this the other day.
The team, Adam Beza. This is such a. Oh, let me.
Yeah.
Okay. It's that new AB.
It's a beauty, man.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. So, I know Baspy could even elaborate more, but it's a handcrafted piece, a timeless piece. Made from finest premium leather. Yeah, man. Like you can feel when the quality.
Brooke should do the ad for this joint. Brooke should do the ad for this.
I'm trying to tell you, it's beautiful. Can you give us a little bit of context too?
Yeah, of course. So, pretty much what Brooke has on the front of his wallet is one of our newest AB monograms. It's a flower. It's in the shape of a flower. So all around, it's AB, but in the form of a flower. And we gave him a nice, beautiful, his initials on the front, BF for Brooke Fassel, and that gold. And then on our back, all of our wallets are going to be stamped with our anti-wasp stamping. So a lot of people don't know my name came from anti-wasp. So my name is Baspy. If you know the term waspy, that is, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, which is like, the white people, the Europeans that feel like they're on the pedestal, they're better than everybody. They're the only ones who could dress prep. They're the only ones who could wear like penny loafers and like saddle shoes, go to Yale, go to like the top prestigious schools, So I was like, nah, Baspy, I'm a black Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Like I am, exactly who you think I can't be. Yeah. So
bro, that's mad interesting. I'm glad you got to explain that. I've never realized that or even knew that.
On the back of our wallets, we have the anti-WAP stamp.
Yeah.
In which if you look at it, it says white Anglo-Saxon Protestant on a banner, but we like rip it up. We rip that banner up and we're dismantling that. Like, that's dead. You know what I mean?
That's a great explanation, right?
Yeah, so like we put it on our shoes at first, pretty much enabling and like letting like we're stepping on that saying, like we're stepping on the wasps. So nice, now we put it on our wallets so people could really see it and feel it and understand it. Like so,
and that's what I'm talking about with thought behind your product,
big facts,
context behind your product. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
And that's kind of what y'all been on. Y'all have been on that from the beginning, dog. Because I remember when I first heard of like the AB brand, it was before any products were even out there for like purchase. You know what I'm saying? So like y'all definitely spent the time to build, which I mean, that kind of goes without saying. But so I do have a question. So like all the designs they vary. So like they're literally like one of ones, like not just the fact that y'all are making it when the order is placed, but like the design is different.
All different, all one of ones. Because like for example, Sean's wife, she ordered a pink one with the flower monogram, but like we decided to just put the flower like on the corner, as if it's the sun, you know what I mean, like how you were a kid and you used to draw like the sun up in the corner of paper. That's how we did that. So like every single one is going to be different. Like that's the whole one of one motto behind each one of these billfolds.
Yeah, man, I'm happy I got one.
Yeah, that's lit. That's lit. Definitely. So there's some. What you want to get into? NBA All-Star talk. Well, let's say later. You know what I'm saying? If y'all are here and you know what I'm saying, you're tuned in for the Alex Mazzei interview that is coming up a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? Dope conversation with him about everything that's going on in the NFTs. He's got a crazy story.
He does.
He's got a crazy story, bro. Like
got to the point where
man has been around.
Very interesting. Very
and has done a lot. He's doing a lot.
Individual, but definitely.
He brought the energy for sure. He brought the energy for sure.
Real contagious and shit like that. So
that's coming up a little bit later, but before that, man, we're gonna get into some. There's actually some pretty trendy stuff that happened this week. Drake dropped some shit. Like, what was it, last night?
Yeah, last night I heard that thing.
Off the humble, bro.
I liked it. You know, the thing is with me, sometimes people be so I don't know what's the word. Like they really are ready, anticipating every single drop from an artist. Me, I don't really care. So like when it comes, I'm like, yeah, I liked it. Sometimes like because
and sometimes you don't even know that it's out until it's out.
Exactly.
I literally did not know that.
So I don't be
expecting
it. So like my expectations on the shit, you know, I don't really have them set. So when I hear it, I'm like, okay, it's cool because I heard a lot of people like, oh, this ain't that Drake, this ain't that. But I was like, no, this is fire. But you know, I've always been a person that Drake's definitely like not somebody that I just go to listen. But the caveat is he makes great music. It's just that's not my mood that I'm feeling. But it's great music. So if it just happened to come on, like I forgot where I was at last night. Yeah, I was just at a friend's and they're like, yo, Drake just dropped that shit. I was like, all right.
But I don't put it on. Okay.
It's cool.
It's interesting it's interesting kind of the caveat you just put as far as like how you fuck with him. So like as far as like a rapper, where does he stand on your like list? Whether it's top 5, top 10, like where does he stand?
That's the thing. I don't really rank it, but he's just he wanted the best in the game.
Yeah,
like, you know, I'm not gonna fight people on that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Like, so somebody says, you're like, not gonna fight that.
I understand why people would not like Drake. I also understand that, but it's like I feel like, at the end of the day, you know, our opinions towards artists are subjective. But if we just talk about track record and like what somebody does, and like when you just see consensus in terms of like how the music make people feel. And the substance of the shit, I'm like, nah, he got that shit like in all type of realms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he could switch his genre. He fluid even with his genre, you know, and he know the perfect time even to like when to like intertwine a new sound that might be coming out. Like he even just conscious with his cosign. Like he, this is the next vibe. Boom, I'm on it. Like, just so y'all know, I found that. You know, even
so so you saying that? Okay, well, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
From the talent to the branding to the
he's got it all.
It's just everything
all
is hitting.
On point. It's all hitting.
Even if it might not be like one single joint, he the best at. If you put it all together, nobody
got
really
the
has
best
that
brand
package. Nobody really has that package.
So you said something interesting that I found interesting is that like you wouldn't challenge. No, you can understand why people don't like him. Yeah. I feel like you got to be hating if you think Drake ain't like tough as a rapper.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I feel like you got to be hating because like I don't like the guy. I have no reason to like the guy. You know what I'm saying? But like I love rap. I love bars, and Drake's dropped some of the best bars I've ever heard. And then we can go into the whole like writing thing. You can go into that, but it's like, bro, like you don't last like 12. 13 years, like,
and it's like, look,
if that's your story, you know what I'm saying? Like,
even though I could definitely, you know what I'm saying, hold them to that standard and bring out all these artists that do that, but it's like at the same time too, you might find yourself in a position like, okay, but name a song they've done that's better.
That's better than his. You know what I'm saying?
Then what that says too is like. And I'm not talking about what's doing the numbers and shit. I'm just like literally to you. Don't lie. Like just what are you hearing sonically?
You motherfucking going back. You playing shit in your head. You know what I'm saying? You got jingles. I need a one dance. Like that shit is. If that's just in your head, it's in your head, bro. Like this nigga makes that kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then the bars. That's the thing. Like the bars match. Like it's not like people love to talk about what he does like pop wise or other music genre wise. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, those are what they are. But also, if we just are listening to like rap songs with bars in them, you know what I'm saying? My mind like explodes sometimes when I listen to this nigga. I'm not even like, you know what I'm saying? He's like one of those guys. But
go crazy.
Sure. As far as like right now, who are you fucking with the most?
Like who am I listening to? Shout out
right now.
So I'm gonna say a couple art. Well, some folks might know him. If you don't, definitely tap in. ESTG. Definitely listen to ESTG. Heavy. He out of Louisville, Kentucky. Gotti found him. So Gotti gave him that big cosign. He going crazy. Like,
really?
Everything I'm like, whoa, because he really rapping. I don't know if you hip to like Max O'Cream.
I am, yeah.
Yes, but it's kind of like, it's not like they be rapping the same, but it's kind of like in terms of the content, and that should be real gritty shit, real trap, but they're really rapping.
Yeah.
Really rapping though. So I'll be like, okay, like this shit hard, you know what I'm saying? He not just relying on the beat, he kind of like amplify the beat times 10. Okay. So I'm like, word, this is tough. Also, who I've been listening to, got my my little Larry June, sprinkled in.
Yeah, Larry June. Larry June's like a staple
always setting the
Spitta,
vibe.
I feel like I was just listening to his last
Spitta,
joint.
I'm tripping.
The last joint was very tough. Oh my what can be
Timeless.
said about what can be said about Spitta?
That's one
Go ahead.
rapper, in my opinion, that if anybody dislikes, you are a hater.
You got to be hating, but I don't know, because I don't think he makes music for everybody.
Hey, but
Nah,
let's talk.
but you just gotta respect
Big
his
facts.
and what he's done.
Hey,
Big facts.
Let's talk about this for a second, though. I was having a conversation yesterday, because one thing that I've always said, sometimes I hate when people just deliver shit the same way. But then I was like, wait, I lied, because there's
Spitta's been the exact same.
I'm like, for instance, like I feel that way about Meek. It just don't. I'm not. Yeah, he can rap. He could go in on some shit and all that. That's cool, but the delivery at this point, and championship that was growth. So when I heard that, I was like, yo, this is definitely some development. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, the shit be coming off the same to me. And I was like, I guess I don't fuck with that. But I was like, I lied. I was like, somebody like Spitta, I could listen to that shit. The context of the songs are not, it's been a decade plus. It's not
decade plus of the
changing.
same, yeah.
But I don't know the delivery, you know what I'm saying, of all of it. And I don't know, like, I guess relate, you know what I'm saying? I guess when the context is relatable too, it just really hit harder. But ironically enough, I don't listen to Spitta nearly as much as I used to.
I'm the exact same way.
But it's kind of like it's already ingrained. If he drops, I'm always going to give it a spin. Like,
it's crazy because like this nigga's dropping a tape or a tape or an album like every month. I probably hear like one out of every four. You know what I'm saying? Like every fourth one is probably the joint that I listen to.
Right.
But like you said, like he's one of those, bro. You know something about artists, bro, is that you kind of never. Let me not say you never want them to blow, but like you kind of know at some point they're going to do something different or do something that you're not familiar with. Right. Maybe I understand that because like as an artist, I know sometimes that I be wanting to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And then I've just seen so many of like my favorite artists like switch up, like from Wayne, like from Wayne. I mean, Wayne is probably the best example. Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Like people like this who you're just around for so long, even Drake, even like, you know what I'm saying? You're around for so long that you kind of start doing new things and you kind of start switching up or whatever. But like Spitta's one of those guys who, bro, like Pilot Talk sounds like, you know what I'm saying? Like anything that he drops down, like it's the same shit. And even back at like Where the Cash At when he was like on Young Money, like he was still sounding and rapping it, but it's not even on some like, bro, you sound the same. It's also like, yes, like, please, like, you know what I'm saying? You're giving me what I'm expecting out of you, but so much better. I don't know.
It's also, you could see what artists value when they come into the game, because like Currency, he was really just trying to develop a lane and be able to monetize off his art, not having to compromise off of it. And
now it's gone exponential.
Yeah, one thing that really speaks to a large part to is like that's what happens when you develop community. When you develop a community, the community really,
that Jet Life shit was the best thing he ever did.
Go ahead and take itself. Like when you look like a person like Kanye, not to say that he didn't do that too, but Kanye has maybe different intentions in the game. It's not just whoever fucking with me.
Yeah.
No. Everybody gotta fuck with
yeah.
Everybody. So when you thinking even just how he going, like the perspective that he coming from, he's trying to push the sound. He's trying to do something new, trying to give people like an audio experience I guess y'all have never heard before. So like how he'll carry them is like he'll surround himself with the Kid Cudis of the world, and then you'll get like an 808 and Heartbreak, or he'll surround himself with like the Travis Scotts of the world. You have My Dark, Beautiful, Twisted Fantasy, and not to say,
which is probably like his last great album that for me, from like the Ye that was like the Ye that was still rapping, you know what I'm saying? But the production was like stupid.
For sure. And like,
Twisted Dark Fantasy was tough.
When you going like that route, it's like you always having a link to the youth. You're always in touch to what, this is like the zeitgeist. This is how the people feeling. Yeah. And then off of that, you know what I'm saying? You could go ahead and make your music with that in mind.
And Spitta got a solid little team like TY and Fendi, you know what I'm saying?
People don't even know he even signed Black Cobain from here.
Oh yeah, Black Cobain. Yeah, I know of Black Cobain because he used to be with Wale. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think I seen them perform a couple times together. But Jet Life is going crazy right now. You want to talk about the All-Star game?
Yeah, let's talk about
All-Star week. Yeah, All-Star Day is this Sunday. Right? You know what I'm saying?
So Atlanta's crazy.
Atlanta's going crazy this weekend. Yeah, let's see.
I just want to see.
Let's
like,
see what's going on.
Let's see.
But it is in Atlanta. It is in Atlanta.
Okay.
I still think that's funny. Like they were like, "Oh, we're gonna take it somewhere where it's safe," and
Not that it's safe where no one cares. It's not that it's safe. It's just that no one cares.
Like, that joint's been open all pandemic. Like,
Yeah,
they're partying.
they're in Houston, right?
They're in Texas. Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, let's check these competitors out because I swear that shit really flew by me. I know who's in the. We talked about who was in the All-Star game.
Who's in the dunk contest?
Who's in the dunk contest? Who's in the three-point contest? Like,
I really haven't been following.
Oh my God, this shit says Dame time. Did you see that? Did you see the Trailblazers Warriors game on Thursday?
Yeah, bro. He just and last night
This
he was
nigga
doing
Dame
plus
is
shit,
stupid.
bro. He just
Oh, they played last night.
yeah, and he was doing the same.
Shit.
Just Dame time. Fourth quarter,
Yeah,
under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Dame time.
that's crazy.
It's
bro.
really crazy.
The guy
That's
is
really
the
good.
guy is stupid.
Yeah, he really stamped that.
They're doing the So NBA Top Shot is doing their All-Star pack.
Rising Star
Um,
pack.
Yeah, NBA Top Shot got some things going on. It's such a great platform,
Handle
but
that
like
traffic, y'all.
yeah, they
Handle that traffic.
they are not prepared for the
yeah,
traffic that they're seeking. Gary Vee probably did it too.
Yeah,
Like, Gary Vee started talking about NFTs. Now everybody's I don't even know what's going on, but I need to go to NBA Top Shot.
Right.
So now they got an influx of all kinds of traffic that they're not ready for. Dog, I don't know how. Somebody in the comments let us know who's in this dunk contest. How do I find this?
I think you pass it. Scroll all the way down.
Where at?
Down. Yeah, so Pete.
Oh, NTNT slam dunk.
Yeah, slam dunk. Let's see what's up with this real quick.
Okay,
Wow, so
Anthony Simons,
Okay. Oh, really?
Cassius
You got that
Stanley,
bounce like
Obi
that?
Toppin.
No, these are people I don't
Anthony
know.
Simmons.
People I've
Obi-
never heard
Obi
of.
I've never heard
Toppin.
of these people.
These are
People I've never heard of.
Obi Toppin's the Knicks rookie and Cassius Stanley. Wow, I hope they yamming because I did not know any of y'all niggas.
He
was
said,
yamming.
"I hope they're yamming."
Yeah, I did not know.
So it's only 3 people.
Yeah.
Well, they stuck it
Try as fuck.
at halftime in the middle of an All-Star game. They probably just rustled up. So
Go to
like,
3-point contest.
you guys are the 3-point contest.
I have no
Okay.
decision. But I was seeing Anthony the other day. He was balling. So I guess I'll go with Anthony.
That joint's gonna be literally at halftime. 3-point contest. Who we got in the 3-point contest? Because if I feel like none of these niggas can be actually. Oh no, some of the niggas that are in the game are playing.
Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown. Really? Jaylen
Oh, Zach
Brown?
LaVine
So wait,
stroking like that.
everything's on one day.
Jaylen Brown and
Yeah.
Tatum.
Everything's on Sunday.
They sized it. How the
3-point
fuck y'all have
contest
two
after the game.
Celtics? I don't. Jaylen Brown had threes like that.
And Zach LaVine hitting threes like that. I don't know.
I give it.
Zach is one of the best in the league.
I mean, Damian Lillard should be in here. Like
if they got
he must
these
have said no,
guys, yeah.
because there's a couple niggas that should be in here. The reigning 3-point champion's not in here.
Who's that? Who's that?
The Nets, the dude, the white boy on the net, Josh Harris.
Okay.
Josh Harris. You know on there.
Yeah.
Huh.
What do y'all think about? I'm asking y'all in the comments. What do y'all think about? You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the NBA All-Star weekend, NBA All-Star Day? You know what I'm saying?
Little money.
I wish I would go to Atlanta for that joint. Dog. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Go ahead, pull up. You know,
I know. I got folks out there. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what my homies out there are doing.
Actually, you know that shit actually reflective in the price around now. Always when there's events, like for instance, like flights to Austin, they're South by
Yeah.
Southwest.
Like shit.
They
Oh
up.
yeah,
They up.
Yeah.
$500 round trip. You wanna put like,
yeah. I wish South by Southwest would come back low key.
Is
You know what I'm saying?
I think
Did they have
are
it last
doing
year?
Something
This year?
I think they are doing something. Yeah, we might have to tap into that. Bro,
Yeah.
because I think they are holding. Some shit.
You went? Have you gone before?
Yeah, I went 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
Yeah, 2015, 2016. Yeah, really.
And that might have been around the time I went too.
Yeah,
I went. I
because
think
we had talked
2015.
about it. You went 2 years too.
Yeah, I did.
2 years too. But
Like right around when I started doing this podcast
Right.
is the second year that I went.
Oh, okay.
Because I did a podcast out there, so that was like what 2017.
I think you went 2017, 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how.
No, it had to be 2016, 2017.
2017.
Well, nah,
Because the
because
first
2018 is when I did
Yeah,
this podcast.
the first time we had started Link and started creating content was 2017. by
Yeah.
way of Quad.
Okay, yeah.
And then I think by then, like, because you had told me your experience, you're like, yo, that South by shit is dope. Like,
Yeah. And then,
you
okay,
ran it
bet.
back again. And I was like, word.
John, you
Yeah.
ever been South by Southwest?
Nah, I always wanted to though, but
Yeah.
I've never been.
Nah, it's a great time.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
It's
I don't
like
know
an
if 30-year-old
industry-
Mek would say that.
but it's that industry interactive.
That's
So
the thing.
that's
Now
the
I need
thing.
to start going
So
to
many-
like network and make
Yeah.
plays and
What I heard
build.
was it got too mainstream. Like at first I heard it was real, like, you know, really for the indie artists, and then like the bigger corps started getting in it, and it was like harder for the indie artists to get on.
That's true, but it kind of like should be cyclical. So I like what I had heard before, you know, this COVID. It was really getting back to that grassroots and getting back to the organic type of shit. But to add to that too, that's only viewing it, I feel like, in one perspective. Like, yeah, the music could be like that to a degree, but it's like you also got the film and the tech industry as well too. So it's kind of like if you plug it in and trying to find them innovation points and not viewing all of them as all separate. It's like, no, these don't merge too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if I get some, exactly. If I get some context in here, maybe I could, you know, take it over here and apply. So it's cool in that way. You know what I'm saying? You could find yourself venturing in like to another field while still doing, you know, also multidisciplinary and shit. So, and the connections that you can make just because of people all there.
Yeah, everybody just everybody's there, and it's like it's literally like an open playing field. You know what I'm saying? Cool. You might see somebody tough, like just walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? But did you see? So like, shout out to Wesley Charles Blake, who was a previous guest on the show. He posted an interesting comment that I just got to see, where he's like, okay, in the NFT space, we're definitely about to get into the interview that we did with Alex in a little bit, but just going, you know what I'm saying, rap about a few things before that. But yeah, Wesley said, so Logan Paul, y'all know Logan Paul.
Yeah.
This guy apparently, so Logan Paul sell $5 million prior to his Pokemon first edition box opening. Motherfucker pulled a first edition Charizard worth like 116K. So are Pokemon cards, are they being NFT? They're being minted?
Yeah, they're being minted.
Oh wow.
They're minted, yeah, bro. I mean,
wow. Those are Pokemon's got like Pokemon as far as trading anything goes. That's what I'm saying. They can literally trade anything anywhere. Give me a platform and I'll trade something on it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know how we like it. You know how we like in the trading cards as a metaphor for people to try to understand this digital collectible way. People have to even understand that same content that was trading cards will be minted themselves.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like that's what NBA Top Shot. Honestly, when you explained it to me, that's
the new evolution of it. Yeah, NBA.
Like that's sports.
They're not dropping ultra card packs anymore. They're not dropping those Fleer packs anymore. It's went digital. You know, and not to say that they may not have any value too in the real world, but it's like moving forward in this new age. There aren't just like I remember back in the day. There are literally card stops. You can literally
big facts. Yeah,
literally. Like there was one in, I don't know how long you've been in this area, but Flower Hill had like a huge next to Blockbuster.
Yeah,
RIP.
Straight up,
you know,
straight up.
Both used to run up in there.
Not
really pay for the card.
You know? Dog, I remember when trading cards were crazy, bro. I used to go in the KB Toys and like the, you know what I'm saying, Toys R Us and stuff like that.
Check line that had
even in motherfucking them joints made their way to 7-Eleven, like literally right in the fucking counter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the motherfucking Rite Aid. Rite Aid had them packs. Oh my god,
them joints went mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 5 million in NFTs. That's crazy. All this value that's being exchanged. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I kind of started that sentence like I was gonna complain about it. Like, damn it, 5 million. But it's like, bro, like all this value that's being exchanged is kind of nuts, bro. It's like so. It's nuts, bro. Because like that LeBron trading card. Remember that LeBron Top Shot?
Yeah,
somebody. I'm in this Facebook group. This Trends group, I think it's called. Shout out to Trends. It's a bunch of like entrepreneurs and people like that exchanging information and stuff like that. A lot of like high value business runners in there as well. And one of the guys in there, you know what I'm saying, he posted a joint talking about like, yeah, I just paid the most ever on NBA Top Shot for a car for a moment. And it was like a LeBron James moment. He paid like 100. I think he was part of a group that did it, but 208 or 203K. Like,
you want to see some wild shit that we want to search up real quick?
What's up?
Vote? Check out the Homer Pepe card that sold this week. So this dude, he had a room on the clubhouse. He was basically like, he's like, all my friends laughed at me 2018 on an auction. He had bought this Homer Pepe card for, check that shit out. This shit was really crazy. Check that. Yeah, so that's the actual card. This dude had bought this at an auction for what was it, $38,000, and was able to sell it earlier this day for 205 Ethereum.
What?
205 ETH. That's like a few thousand. That's like what, 300K?
That's the 302.
It's like 300K.
Yeah. Flip.
Oh, he wrote it. Yeah, okay,
yeah. There's a little. If you go back, there's just a little Yeah, just that site right there. Just take you there. But yeah, it was really fucking crazy. No, go backwards. Not like back.
Oh, backwards.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And that first article right there.
Oh, 320. Yeah.
Bam,
Better
right there.
home or Pepe sells for $320.
Crazy. You know,
that is crazy.
Yeah, just speaking to that collectible, you know, when people have sentiments and shit like that.
What's going nuts right now, I think, is these joints that have like brand authority, like, you know what I'm saying, they got like lifetime brand value.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and even to speak to your point where you say it's crazy how like there's so much like liquidity going on, everybody's able to create value because, you know, people are not reliant nor have to wait on these middlemen or like a fiduciary to like transact that for them. So it's like, oh, let me just set the price. Who knows what somebody would get? Because there's been many times where people will like, oh yeah, I'll buy you out on this, but it's like you're not really aware of the back end, nor even have knowledge like what they could possibly make off of it until you see a market where people just set their own prices, and when you see people are actually buying,
and then people pay that price. You know what I'm saying?
I bought this off the market, like, you know, like literally how we bought a Top Shot pack. Like you could buy a Top Shot pack for $9.99, but check that marketplace, you're not finding nothing for $9.99. There will nothing be like that, you know. So it's really interesting, and it's cool too because it's like, you know, more power to the people. If you can find a seller for whatever it is you pushing, shout out to you.
Yeah, big facts.
NFTs have pushed the value of everything to the moon.
Yes, big facts, big facts. Which is, I mean, it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. But there's a lot of, I think, you know, a lot of people are trying to get into the space. So like, there's a lot of, I mean, I'm not even. I was gonna say like there's a lot of things that are valueless, but nothing is really valueless. If somebody values something, like they'll pay whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, I guess keep minting stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I did want to say too, because as fond as I am of the space long term too, it's like definitely you know, always the devil's advocate in me. You know what I'm saying? Being pragmatic about shit too is like, I'm definitely curious to see what hurdles this whole space will have to overcome. Like the sentiment is so positive, it's so great and everything, and like that's awesome. But I also do feel like, you know, this whole thing is based on decentralization. So I'm very interested to see how moving forward it
stays that way.
Yeah, because I'm like, the more people get in here, the more people see it's like an investment tool too. I'm like, regulation is
motherfuckers is exchanging $3 million like every 4 minutes. I don't think this. Like I don't like that. You know, like $5 million transactions, or you know, what I'm saying, motherfuckers are going on Nifty and making $4 million.
Yeah, that's a reality. Every night, every 7 p.m. Like, you know what I'm saying,
motherfuckers are making so much money. It's crazy.
So I'm very interested to see what comes about this. But right now, you know what I'm saying, it's awesome. And yeah, exactly what you said. Like, you know, if you haven't minted anything, you want to mint. Definitely mint some shit. You'll definitely get some context, you know, from Alexander about to come up.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get into that. I think it's about that time. We're just going, you know what I'm saying, take a little commercial break, play some tunes, and then we're going to get into the interview. You know what I'm saying? You already know you watching Early, the Morning Show podcast. We're taking a quick break just to say, man, if you're here watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button real quick, man. We try and get to a stat. Help us get to a stat. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. If you on Facebook, like, share, you know what I'm saying? Things like that are cool. But otherwise, man, just continue enjoying the show. Let's get right back to it. Early, the Morning Show podcast.
We live? Yeah, so, you know, next up, we got this interview that we did with my boy Alexander Mazzei. About to tell us a brief background, a little bit about him. He's a content creator, videographer, community builder, if you will. He got this community building up on a clubhouse called NFT.tips. A lot of people have definitely came by, dropped some insight. A lot of people have gotten onboarded into the space and have been able to mint their works. A lot of people have got their work sold, and just being able to happen to see real time was interesting. So I just wanted to, you know, we wanted to get a little context to see what he was about and what he thought about this whole space. And that's the interview that we're about to play up next. So, yeah, episode 19 with Alexander Mazzei. Interview.
Back to the interview.
We got Alexander Mazzei in the building, not even in the building, virtually, I guess, you know what I mean, today. Creator of the NFTs.tips community that's going crazy right now on Clubhouse, on the internet. Is probably the best place to get any kind of information or tips.
These people don't even know what Clubhouse is, dude. If you're not on Clubhouse, you're going to be speaking another language.
That's big facts. That's big facts. But I feel like the people that follow us, they're hip. You know what I'm saying? If you're not hip, definitely, you know, if you're not an iPhone user, probably if you haven't gotten your invite.
If you've yet to activate your invite, please
now's the time. Now is the time, because
for those of you who don't know, Clubhouse is an in beta, iPhone only, exclusive app that's audio only. So there's no visuals, there's no texting, and it's the evolution of social media. And what's happening is people are now, they've been stuck in this little holding pattern for over a year because of the COVID. And now these people have built this fire inside that has to get out. And these communities are being developed on specific talking points, and relationships are being made. And everybody that's in this little, like, dude, we've been running our room for almost 780 hours straight, nonstop. And before that, I was in the videographer's room, and they've been going 3 months, 24/7. So these rooms that I'm a part of are part of this community that are changing lives. But at the same time, like, when you're in this world, you just think everybody in the world knows about it. And my fiance, she walks around telling people, oh yeah, my fiance's doing the NFT room on Clubhouse. And people are like, yo, what are NFTs and what are Clubhouse? She's like, you're not on Clubhouse?
Oh! Big facts. Big facts. If you're not hip to this space, please listen to this conversation, because I think like you said in the beginning, man, like before we actually got started, like this is really going to be the opportunity to kind of bring the change that the average citizen wants, you know what I'm saying? As far as like decentralization of things and kind of being able to put your work and your money like really in your own. But let's get into this interview, man. You have such an extensive background, an extensive professional career. When people ask you like who you are, what you do professionally, like how do you answer that question?
Nah, dude, I don't answer questions. I avoid it, and I do the porcupine technique. I go, that's a really interesting question. Why do you ask?
Like, big facts. Yeah, because you do so much, man. Like you started off as a performer doing magic professionally. How did that come about?
Before that, I was just a regular dude, right? I was just a human being, and I don't know why, but I got like this criminal / like entrepreneurial mind, right? So my mind will either go in one direction or the other. But I have a clean heart, so like I never really wanted to do anything that would compromise my integrity. But I think like a criminal, you know what I mean? Like I look at things so differently than the regular people. And growing up in a classroom and sitting there, now you have to understand, my parents, they traveled. So when I was a kid, 2 years old, I'm flying in helicopters, landing on glaciers in Alaska, and my grandma's convincing the people, oh, this glacier doesn't have a name. Who was the youngest person that ever landed on here? And they're like, that guy. Well, why don't you name it after him? So like I got glaciers named after me since I was 2 years old.
That's
you know,
crazy.
I was born for greatness.
So crazy.
But like the problem was growing up as a kid, even when I got into middle school, my friends got PlayStations and Super Nintendos and Genesises and all these other different gaming systems and all these toys. And my parents wanted to travel. So like we would go all over the world. We would experience things. And then you would put me in a classroom and I'd sit there and be like, yo, like I remember sitting in a class and they were talking about the Civil War in America. Mind you, that summer I was in the reenactment in Virginia with gunpowder smells and noises, and I'm just sitting here going, "Yo, what could you possibly teach me in a book?" I was there.
I've lived it.
Right.
I've lived it. I was there.
Yeah, so I was a troublemaker because I was bored, and I didn't know how to connect with the reason why the system was what it was, and I was just like, "Yo, this is so outdated." And I remember another problem I had when I was in a freshman in high school. Everybody thought I was a senior because I was so mature, and I was doing magic to kind of like I wanted to do like hallucinations and stuff, but I didn't want to do any drugs. So the magic was an opportunity for me to like create this new world, to create this new concept, to bring attention to things. And then I became known in my school as like the magic man, and people didn't care about me, Alexander. which wasn't even my real name. Like, this is all made up. This is all just a Google search
Oh,
term
shit.
because. So my real name's Brett, and my last
Okay.
name is Mazzei, and my middle name's Alexander. So I took the A from my middle name, added it to Mazzei, and added NG. So I went as Brett Amazing. So I went all over the world. I was cutting school, opening up in Vegas. I was doing magic full time. And my search term was so powerful that when I got into video production, I had to change my identity because I didn't want to confuse people. And that's one of the things, like you said, what do you tell people? What do you do? I do my best to read the audience, and I give them what they need to know about me to not confuse them. Because when you just sit there and ramble all of this stuff off, they don't believe me. So I have to have on the blockchain, look at my YouTube videos that are from 20 years ago.
Right.
I'm not making this shit up. I've documented my whole life, and it's all on the blockchain of YouTube and all these other, like, Steam It. Like, dude, I've been in this game for a long time. You could look me up.
Yeah.
Steam it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've been in this game for a minute. So when I meet people, I just try to read them and connect with them where I feel like I can be a value to their relationship. I'm always about trying to deliver value first and connect people and figure that all out. But I think that was the answer to your question.
Yeah. Okay. So next question would be like, how did you get introduced to NFTs, and when was the first time that kind of came on your radar, and in what way?
So after it takes a little bit of time for you to make this make sense.
Okay.
I started as a magician. I opened up for some of the biggest A-list artists from, like, the Village People. I went to Poland and opened it up for the biggest pop star who's like the Madonna of Poland, Kaya. And I traveled all over, and I picked up the video partially because I wanted to document my journey. But as I got more and more really good at it, like, it became like something that was in my tool belt, right? But I just see it as like a superpower. It wasn't my identity at that time. I was an entertainer, and I had the ability to do videos and graphics and everything else. I ended up moving to LA and said, I'm going to start a marketing company. And I brought my dude Fish with me. We got into the area, and I started doing the Bitcoin mining. So I had been buying Bitcoins for like anywhere from $40 to $200 a coin. And then my dude calls me up. He goes, yo, let's set up a mining farm. I was like, okay, let's go. So I gave him 25 Bitcoin, and he bought the machines. I get a call a month later. He goes, dude, the electricity was $18,000 a month. And I was like, oh, man. So we, like, stopped mining. Another week goes by. Hold on. The GPU machines came out. So now all of our machines were outdated, and they no longer worked. So now the operation just stopped, and I'm just like, the story of my life. Yeah, what I did was I took whatever I had left, and we started investing in hoverboards, those little things that you stand on and you move around. So we were distributing them all over LA. I was living in the Wilshire building downtown, and everybody, we had influencers and celebrities all the time, and like everybody in the building was just rolling around on hoverboards. It was like being in the future, right? I didn't even want to walk anymore.
Crazy for a while.
Right when they came out. Wow.
We were doing great until they blew up homes, and the customs stopped bringing in the machines into the port.
What do you mean they blew up homes? Like literally blew up homes?
The batteries weren't like, it wasn't my boards. They were just hoverboards. Made the news that they were blowing up people's homes, and then customs said, we're not bringing them in anymore. So now I'm just like, so I lost everything, all the money I had, everything I had, my whole world just stopped, and I had to make a choice. What do I do? And I ended up connecting with some people who were going to really, like, get me into some situations that I wouldn't really want to put myself in. So I literally just, I became homeless to disappear. And I was living in a tent for like 8 months. And one day I decided I can't do this no more, and I started hitchhiking. But while I was homeless, dude, I remember one time I was standing on the corner in front of a Walgreens in Van Nuys with an Armani suit on, because that's all I had. And I was asking people for help, and I couldn't even find it in my heart to ask for help, dude. I'm crying. I'm wearing a suit, and I said I can't do this anymore. And then I ended up meeting a girl, and I didn't even have a vehicle, dude. My whole world was messed up, and I'm like meeting this girl, and I'm like, yeah, I'm homeless. I don't have a vehicle. This and that. And
what
she
year
was
is
like,
this around now? What
this
year
was
is
like
this?
4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 years ago. So I would borrow a vehicle to come and visit her in Connecticut. She lives like an hour and 40 minutes away. And I was like, wow, things are starting to look good. But when I was on that journey, I met some people who did a prophecy over me, and they said that you're going to be a leader of like this new movement. And I'm sitting there at that time looking at him like, what are you talking about? Like, there's no way that like my spirit was broken. But now 4 years later, I started getting back into the routine of things. I started picking up the camera again. I started getting into shooting cars. I just learned about Clubhouse right at the tail end of it. And I was just like, what the hell is this? And my friend's like, dude, they made this app for you. And I'm like, yo, I don't have time to learn another thing.
I don't have time to be talking to people that I don't know.
No, I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even want to hear it. I just took the phone, looked at the text message, and threw the phone on the couch because I didn't want to look at another app. So then the next day I woke up and he hits me up again. He goes, dude, you need to get in here. I was like, all right, fine. What do I got to do? And I look at the app and my brain either likes it or it doesn't. And if it doesn't like it, it just becomes a challenge. So my brain didn't like it. And I'm looking at this going,
oh, wow.
what do I got to do? Now, when I signed up for the app, I put one thing. I only want to learn about Unreal Engine. I don't care about nothing else. I'm not going to select all this other stuff because I don't want to be overwhelmed with a bunch of nonsense. So I just put Unreal Engine, and that's it. So now the videographer room come up, and it was videographers, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. I jump in this room, and I hear this dude Ryan talking, and something in my spirit just connected with him, like interfaced with his spirit, and it was like, yo, this is my dude. I need to get in hold of him. But I'm like a nobody on this app, dude. I got no followers. I'm like a loser, dude. And I was just like, whoa. And I'm like, dude, I'm super respectful of people, and I don't like jumping on stages and telling stories, especially the shit that I have coming out of my mouth. People aren't ready to hear. So when I jump into somebody else's stage and I start asking questions that are so forward thinking, they push me down. So I jump on stage and I start telling them about my whole, being an Indian prince and all this other stuff. And they're like, dude, we need to do a documentary on me. I was like, cool, let's go. But then like I started sharing some of my knowledge that I learned because I used to shoot for, I did the behind the scenes for Playboy, and I met some really cool people in the industry, and then all my years of experience on tour. So like I have an extensive Rolodex of data in my head. So I started answering questions, and I got that little stupid green bubble, and they never closed this room. So when I came into this room, I would always be on stage and I always have a green mark. I was like, yo, this is cool. Because being in the audience and having this thing inside you and you want to answer a question, you never get the mic, it was the most frustrating thing for me. And I was like, nah, dude, this is cool. So I would go in other rooms and I'd be a peasant level, or I'd go into the video room and I'd be like, yo, this is cool. I'm on the stage. Right?
Gulag shit.
Peasant level.
Dude, that's what I feel like. Yeah. So I saw that there was a possibility, but in my heart, I'm not a videographer anymore. Especially after doing the Unreal Engine, I was like, yo, who's doing virtual production? And they're like, Alexander, what are you talking about? And I'm like, yo, this is the future. Fuck this stuff you guys are talking about. That's outdated bullshit. You need to get in the metaverse. And they were like, yo, Alex, yo, chill out. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm done. So
y'all not trying to push it. Y'all not trying to push it forward. I'm trying to see these new innovations. I'm trying to bring y'all to speed. And if y'all not really there, I see exactly you like, I got to transition information. I remember why I came here was on my Unreal Engine shit. I'm really trying to create these new worlds. So like now I feel like when you go into videographer rooms, like, okay, like-minded individuals, but still you're trying to push that box forward. You're like, are you trying to do that? Because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So I definitely understand what it is.
They weren't ready. They weren't ready at that time. Dude, I was burnt by the crypto world. Dude, I didn't want to have nothing to do with the crypto world. But a stupid room came up called Bitcoin. And I said, you know what? Let me just go and see what's going on in there. Because I was just curious. And they brought me up on stage at 6:30 in the morning. And they're like, yo, what are you working on? I was like, yo, I just downloaded Robinhood and Webull and all this other stuff. And I think of this whole gamification of like taking like a rally like Gumball, where you start in one city and you race to the other, and each person has their own team, and you got all this stuff and you're gaming and doing this other shit. And they were just like, whoa, yo, you lost me. and they're like, it sounds like you should be doing NFTs. And I'm like, fuck, another thing to learn. What's
another
an NFT?
Thing. What is this?
Like,
about how long ago was this when the NFT conversation started?
This was exactly a month ago.
Wow.
He's dived in, bro.
Yeah. Continue.
You have to understand. 6:30 in the morning, they tell me about NFTs. Then they said the word NBA Top Shot. I said, what's that? I go to the website. I said, oh, this is interesting. How does this work? Go buy. I tried to buy a pack, sold out. I'm like, yo, this sucks, man. I can't play.
Straight up.
So then I go on
Everybody's
Clubhouse.
first experience on NBA Top Shot.
Alex missed out just like us too on this last track, bro. It fucking sucked.
But I'm like sold out. And I didn't even understand what it was. But I find that Roham and some other people from the developing team were doing a room on Clubhouse on that. It's Friday that I learned about it. Saturday night, I was listening to Roham talk about this thing. And then the next night, they were talking about how to do strategy on buying cards. So, like, I had 4 hours of information from the leaders of this space. And I was just like, the Saturday morning, I hit up Ryan. I was like, dude, we need to start a videographer rooms for NFTs. And he's like, what are you talking about, dude?
What is it?
NF what?
What?
NF
Like, I said, dude, just stop. Just help me open up the room. We're going to build something here. So he goes, all right. And then he ended up staying for like 2 hours trying to wrap his mind around. And I pulled some of the other people. This guy, Sam, he goes to Snacks. So when I came in there asking about Unreal Engine questions, he's
Rare
like, Crypto
pizza.
Voxels.
Shout out Snacks. Rare pizzas.
Yeah, but hold on. That's down the road. He was talking about Crypto Voxels. And I went to Crypto Voxels and I was like, yo, this is like going back in time, dude. This is not Unreal Engine style, but I understand it's perfect.
You're going back. You're going the wrong direction.
So I got into this thing, and now I'm going backwards. And I met this kid, Sam. He came in the Bitcoin room. We started going back and forth. And then I was like, yo, Sam, you're the only person that I know enough that we could start this room together. So it was me, Sam, and some other people. We did the videos room. The next morning, I woke up, and I was like, yo, we need to do this again. So we started this room. And like He-Man Shu, who wants to do like he was a collector and wanted to help artists create like a PR company to help them motivate and promote their stuff. And then there was like one other kid, and we started grinding out. And then this other kid, Patrick, who's like artificial intelligence, comes in this room and he just starts speaking his super like crazy ass. He's awesome.
Right.
But I had no idea how to explain the stuff that he understood. So he started hanging out in the room, and he's from Germany. And then before you know it, like I saw what the videographer room did as a model. I said, dude, I know it's possible they did it, but we need a solid team of mods to make it happen. So by day 2, Glassy hits me up in my DM as like this weird looking cartoon character. He's like, yo, I got a think tank. What's up? Let's meet. And I'm like, yo, who are these people? They're strangers to me. I don't know who these people are. So he reaches out to me. And then I got all these other people coming into this space. And then like, dude, a team was born. It was like the Avengers. So now I was like, all right, cool. What do we got to do? So now I'm starting to learn how to gamify like the whole the Clubhouse game. Like I figured out all the little tips and tricks to grow these rooms, to start doing stuff. But I said, dude, I can't build castles on somebody else's sand. I don't own Clubhouse. And if they do what I do on every other platform, I'm going to get booted for breaking terms and services, and I'm going to lose everything. So I said, and plus the search functionality is not awesome yet. So when I go to find people in the search functionality, I can't find people. I get frustrated. So I said, we need a database. So I woke up early in the morning on, I think it was Sunday, and I woke up and I was like, I need to buy a domain, NFTs. And I started doing my research, and I found NFTs.tips was for sale. I was like, whoa, this is a good word. Let's go.
Yeah,
bought it, built the domain, and I said,
so did the clubhouse room have a name at this point?
No, it was
or
just.
did you come up with the name afterwards?
No, I bought the domain on Sunday morning after I learned Friday about NFTs. I bought the domain.
Oh, 2 days. This all still has happened in 48 hour span.
Right. So in 2 days, I built a club. I built a room. I built the energy archetype. I built the team, and then I built this website that I saw in my mind as a opportunity to collect the people inside a search functional database that would also be able, because Sam created NFT map .xyz. So like all these stupid domains have like little spaces, but I said, dude, I can't even remember to say them. So NFTs.tips is like the remote that's going to give you access to all the resources that we've collected, all the people. And then we created a Discord. I think I looked last night, it's over 1,000 people in the Discord. There's people going in there. They're creating the conversations. We niched it out in different channels. So depending on what your forte is. So now in a matter of a few days, like I opened this room and it stayed for 20 hours straight. And then I woke up the next day and I opened up at 5:30 in the morning and ran it until 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning again. And then I woke up again 5:30 in the morning. I don't even have an alarm. Now you got to mind, I don't wake up early. I don't want to wake up
Right.
early. I love to sleep. Now I'm no longer sleeping. And now there's something that took over my life and my spirit and says, yo, build, 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 build. Because you don't know how long Clubhouse is going to work and how long it's going to stay. If they open it up to Android market, what's going to happen? I can't afford to wait. Do it now.
The whole beautiful thing I've realized, because community building seems to be something that's very important no matter what type of endeavor you're trying to take on. You got to build a community. But as it pertains to this NFT space, I've never, and like everybody's saying, I've never really seen people so receptive to wanting to help people and get people in position to be able to take advantage for themselves. And that's something that's like super, super refreshing, because it's like me and Mek, like we're individuals, like we really love to get people onto what it is that we feel like they could go ahead and intertwine what they got going on and, you know, take it off and blow it away. But, you know, sometimes people, they can't really see the incentive in that. And like, it kind of like how you kind of built your whole life, bro. You kind of go into that dark place where everybody's viewing it as a dark place, but you're like, yo, y'all don't see that light there? Y'all don't see what this shit could be? And it's like, I've even molded myself in that way. That's why I really resonate with a lot of people that, you know, have like those visionary perspective to it, because it's like, this is a long game. You can't just really see where things are at right now. Because like 2017, if you looked at where the fucking, because crypto voxels, crypto kitties, like they've been around for a while now. But if you're going to look at the state of things as they are in the present, like, you know, it could be misleading. And now look at, if you have a crypto kitty or if you had a rare Pepe today, you know what I'm saying? You'd be up astronomically. So like, I think it's kudos to you in terms of like understanding how important communities are, no matter what industry you're in, right? Like build that community up, and then you'll have people not only that are receptive to learn, but you'll have people that will like uphold what this shit is about. And even though now you can delegate and you can make sure that the roles are being fulfilled while you're trying to connect other dots.
And they'll make it better than you could have made it. You know what I'm saying? True. Like they'll take it and, you know, do their own thing.
NFT Tips got multiple rooms on Clubhouse, different types of levels. You know,
well, we're starting to get flack from some of the other rooms because they feel like I took over the whole space. We got mentioned in the town hall meeting and everything else. But to me, I just understood brand authority. I built the brand around a topic that I saw. Now Patrick, he comes in my room in a private little room. It was me and him. He goes, Alex, this is just a buzzword. I said, Patrick, is NFTs going to be here in 10 years? He goes, yeah. I said, well, you know what, Patrick, we got to build with the words that are going to grab people's attention now. And that's the word. He goes, yep, you're right. Now, the next thing I try to figure out is how do we tokenize this whole experience on Clubhouse and actually make them walk through the experience so they get to learn it and not just talk, give them actionable steps. So my idea was all these people are minting their work for the first time. Some of these people are never going to go anywhere in this space, and some of these people are superstars that are selling their work for millions of dollars. If we could find a way to build a equity pool where every person who mints can donate one of their pieces to a community pool, and then we take tokens and give it to the community, now they hold a piece of this equity that's going to continue to grow in value that they can use and trade and do stuff on the secondary market. But it's in their best interest to hold on to these coins because of the value that we're building together as a community. Like it's like 100%. What?
Yes, bro. It's fucking beautiful, bro. It's fucking beautiful, bro.
Crazy times we're in right now, man.
This is another thing that I learned about that I thought was awesome. It's called the rug pull. Now, if you don't know what that means,
I don't.
They take 12 of the exact same image or their art, right? There's 12 versions of it, but they put a Bitcoin in one of them and they auction them all off as the original piece, but you have to find the one with the Bitcoin in it. And these people are going to bid on all 12 of these pieces. The money's going to go up here, but when you open it up and if it doesn't have the Bitcoin in it, it destroys itself. And if you open it up with the Bitcoin, it destroys all the other ones.
The what hole?
It's called rug pull.
Rug hole?
Rug pull.
Oh, the rug pull. Yeah, literally. That's definitely a rug pulled under my eyes. The hell?
But this is a cool concept. It's a cool concept. So like the ideas that are coming from this space are infancies. Like these are babies. These aren't even the real players with the real brains that are going to come in here and really revolutionize. Like we're in a renaissance right now. And these minds that are coming together, we're creating breakout rooms because the general population room is starting. We had Paris Hilton, Kim.com, Diplo,
Right.
Dead Mouse, Gary V. We had some of the biggest names coming in here, sitting in the audience going, what are NFTs? I don't understand. We got Flosstradamus has the first smokable NFT, and I'm just like, what?
That's crazy.
So like, dude, it's gonna be like, and Ryan, he's in the cannabis industry, he's in the clothing industry, he's in the video music industry, and he's in the dog industry. He's like, how can I use this in the dog industry? So imagine having the ability to track the lineage of your dogs. So if your dogs start breeding, just like the crypto kitties, you now have an identification code that says, okay, this is why this dog is worth $10,000. Here's his parents, here's his track record, here's everything in here. Here's all the shows that he won, everything stored on the blockchain. So like, what?
Nah, that's big facts. That's crazy.
Endless rabbit holes that you could go and endless applications towards this shit. And I feel like the emphasis with this whole conversation is really, if you're not aware of NFTs, you're not aware to this, space that has digital assets in it, dive all the way in.
This is the perfect time.
Dive all the way in. Like how you just heard Alex. Alex didn't even know what this shit was.
This is Bitcoin in 2015.
And now this ning's heading a whole fucking
whole community.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's ingratiating everybody that just wants to know, no matter what the level is, just basically strictly off of the passion and off of the vision, having like what this can do for society, and just following that, that inclination right there. And then boom, here we are. Here we are. Just
I had another thing I want to challenge the viewers who've been able to make it this far in this video.
Yes.
If you're just learning about NFTs, there's not enough people explaining it in level 0 to level 1 knowledge. Yep. All the people who've been in this game since 2010, they're using vocabulary words that are way above the people you're trying to talk to. Like last night I was in a DeFi room, and I'm just like, yo, these people are talking AI. I don't understand what they're saying. So if you just learned how to open a wallet, how to mint something, how to do something, I challenge you to create a video walking somebody who's at the same knowledge base that you are, and walk them through in a video format. Even if you pull somebody and do a Zoom call just like this and we walk them through, I challenge you to make that video and send it to the NFTs.tips community so we can add it to the YouTube channel, so we can start having the community educate the community. This isn't about me. This isn't about you. This is bigger than all of us, and we need to work together to collect the community, to build the net and make it safe for everybody to learn.
That's a great point, man. I feel like that's what we try to do here on this show. I know Brooke, if you guys follow him on Instagram at Brooke Facil, he's always doing stuff like that. So appreciate you, bro, for sitting down with us and having this conversation, because you just did that. You know what I mean? You literally just did that for all our audience here. So we'll be sending you this as well. So, you know what I'm saying, you can add it to the resources, because this is that.
Yeah, 100%. This is going to drop at 8 a.m. This Friday Eastern time, but definitely going to send you over this. We're going to chop it up, because I think we went over on multiple information, and definitely for somebody that doesn't know what the fuck is up with this space, hey man, watch this video. It's as good as any as in terms of a starting point, and then boom, just venturing out from there.
Yeah.
And the biggest problem
thanks a lot.
Is the vocabulary word. The biggest problem is the vocabulary word. So like, even if you want to try to Google this stuff, you don't even know what to search for because you don't know the words. So on the NFT tips page, I created the vocabulary words. I created a thing. It's a living document. It's an open Google Doc. So if you have information or if you have questions, write your questions down. The community will go in and answer them. So you'll have the ability to have a repository of knowledge, because it's a collective and it's a community, and we're all building at the same time. And it's not perfect and not pretty all the time, but it's okay, because like I'm a perfectionist, but at the same time, I understand the importance of time. And in one day in crypto is like 1 month in the real world. And we're moving at such a pace. And if you don't pay attention and get plugged in, you're going to get left behind. And Ryan always says this from the video room. He goes, if you're something like, if you're not able to be the fastest to learn if you're slow to learn the newest knowledge, you're going to be the fastest one to be left behind.
Wow.
Yeah.
That resonates.
That's facts.
Yeah. So we're at a turning point. We're at a turning point. And if you're part of that resistance, if you want to change the world, come and join us at NFTs.tips, and we're going to make this a better place for everybody.
Hey.
Dope.
Well said, bro.
Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate your time. Have a great rest of the day. And I'm sure we'll be seeing you in the NFT.tips room
I'm
of
see you in the
Clubhouse later
shortly.
today. We'll be
Yeah,
hearing your
I'ma
voice
see you over
again.
there shortly.
And
Sure, man.
tonight we're doing our first New York meetup at the Classic Car Club in Manhattan. So we're gonna be mixing
Nice.
Ferraris and NFTs. What's
Get 'em
up?
hip. Get 'em hip. That sound nice.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, bro. Get them hip. Thank you again so much, Brody.
All right, man. Keep smiling.
Yo,
Yeah, that was the, you know what I'm saying, the Alex interview. How did you feel about that one, man?
it was cool, man.
Yeah.
Definitely an enthusiastic individual.
Yeah, that was
You
a
know.
dope. Yeah, we learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, if you're on Clubhouse, check out the room. You know what I'm saying? NFTs.tips. You know what I'm saying?
You can
And
find
then-
them. They're under like the Your Conduit group a lot nowadays. But yeah, if you just look out for that NFTs.tips, that's actually a website as well. So if you wanted to like join the Discord, or you wanted like some more introductory information in terms of like how to get into the space, or like trying to like join some communities and shit, post your own links to any works that you got minted. You could go to NFTs.tips, and there's a lot of resources for like any type of level that you're at, and you can just go ahead and connect with people.
Yeah, you can go to the URL, like Brooke said as well. And yeah, man, so like that's our show, you know what I'm saying? That interview was definitely, you know what I'm saying, the bulk of it, you know what I'm saying? But it was also like the thing that we were kind of most looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on today, guys? Anything interesting?
Let's see. Nah, just same old shit. Shooting some shit with you later today.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
You know what
I'm saying?
For sure.
Got some things coming, man.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot to look forward to, bro. Like not just today, but like you know what I'm saying. Maybe I'm taking this a little different direction, but like there's a lot to look forward to.
Wonderful time to be alive.
It's a wonderful time to be alive, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 2021 is looking up. 2021 and beyond is looking up, bro.
For sure. That's the energy to really, you know what I'm saying, end this show on for real.
Yeah, big facts. Everybody have a great weekend. Baspy, you got some tunes for us?
Please let me do it.
Yeah, let's let y'all get some tunes for a little bit, and then you know what I'm saying, we're gonna ride out. You know what I'm saying?
You did.
Yeah.
Early.